Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host. I've just been doing some tweaking of my lightsabers. I love them. As an aid to exercise and to help with therapy, they're amazing. They really are. When an autistic person with stuff like I've got, for me to keep doing exercise or trying to motivate myself to do anything like that, gyms will never work. Going to any kind of thing like that would never work at all. I've tried in my past. Nothing like actually having exercise equipment in the house ever worked. It just didn't. But Beat Saber did. Beat Saber worked. I think I've got something like, let me just pause this, 779.7 hours on Beat Saber, and that's only the online. That's only the online version. You say I also have another legacy version of it that I used for a long time because they kept updating it so much, and like I've talked to you before, change is not good for an autistic person. Change is not something we enjoy, not something we do, not something change is bad. Change is, even if it's good, it's bad because it's change. And therefore, every time I just got Beat Saber to the point where I really liked it, with all my mods in, with all the background set up, everything perfect on it, I'd then turn it off, I'd use it for a bit, and then they'd bring out another music pack, which I wasn't interested in anyway, and I'd end up at the start again, having to redo it. And so I just created the version of I'm using is from Legacy 1.29.1 Unity version before they upgraded to the newer version. And I'm happy I can do my song. Yes, I use the same song every single time. Every time I use Beat Saber these days, I do the same song. It's the Spice Girls, Viva Forever. For some reason, that is the perfect song for me to do exercise to. I can turn it on as fast as I want, as long as I haven't got arrows on, and I can do all my stuff in it. And so that was the thing. And then when I first heard about these, about lightsabers, I've always liked Star Wars, the original stuff and that. I always was like, that looks cool, I'd love to have one, but they look fragile and they look like I'll break them in 5 seconds. Until recently I started looking at the NeoPixel ones, which this is a NeoPixel. I've got a NeoPixel, I've got Profi ones as well. And see, twist, turn on, twist, turn off, really nice. It's a technology. It's the tactile field. It's the holding. It's like retro consoles, me sitting with a retro console. It takes me back to a calmer time, to a time when I was a child, to a time when all the crap in here wasn't as bad. And holding one of these and swinging it about in the backyard is fucking amazing. Of course, with the British weather, it's not that easy. And even the shortest blade, I really need to get what's called a dagger blade for it, which is a much shorter version of the blade. Because these blades, you can't just cut them off there, because they've got actually all LED strips inside them and everything. So I'd really like a tanto size, something like that size, so I could use it in the bedroom and that. But they're so gorgeous. I mean, any move you make with it, picks up the movement so well, and it just sounds just like a lightsaber. So really nicely done. And then of course, then you go. It is such a beautiful thing. I tell you what, these look really stunning in the dark. In fact, let's turn off the light. They literally light the entire room. I mean, we are talking seriously. They light the entire room. That's how stunning these are. They're just gorgeous. The way some of them pulse, it's quite hard to see the pulse and that with a normal camera. I just love messing with them. And of course, then you've got the final one, which is ridiculous but fun. The well, it's either Sailor Moon or it's one of the pony ones or something. It's there are so many different ways to do this. I love it. The app is really nice for these.
Dark Ages. Unstable.
I mean, there's such a mechanical, electronic technology work of art that they just make me smile. And because of how well they're made, you can. These are the ones, the only ones I've got are the ones that are what's called heavy duty ones. Because let's face it, I'm not the most subtle person when it comes to this kind of thing. Things will get bashed. Things will hit other things. I haven't hit my VR headset with these yet, which is a good thing. But yeah. Turn it off.
Cyber terror.
It's just such a wonderful thing to play with.
Codex of light.
I want to shut it down completely, which isn't easy.
Power off.
There. It's now powered off. Let me pause this and get one of the others out. Now this one, this is a showpiece. This is a showpiece. It's gorgeous, but it is very, very uncomfortable to hold. It has nowhere for swinging it around, for doing the kind of intricate patterns and that. It is just not the kind of one. Poor doggy, thought she was going to knock it over. It's gorgeous, but it's not one that would be used. It feels like it's just a, oh God, it just feels everywhere I try to hold it, there's a pointy bit. There's just a pointy bit everywhere in it. And it looks cool. I mean, if I just turn on the light, it looks damn cool. But it's like, oh God, there's a really, and it's all metal, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's a showpiece, but it's, it needs charging up anyway. But I don't know whether or not to charge it. I might actually take the battery out of it. Now, difference between that and this one. This one with the shorter blade. This one is built to be held and used. You can see, very easy to hold it anywhere on here. Beautiful, feels beautiful and you can switch hands. You can spin it around your back. You can spin it around your front. There is no issues with this one at all. This is one of my favourite ones to hold and to use. This is a beautiful blade. Does this need charging? Got to check whether it needs charging.
Serenity.
Yeah, that's my Profi one. This is my favourite one of all my lightsabers. It's not fancy. There's far more technical ones I've got. But this one, I could spin around outside without getting blisters, without hurting myself in any way, shape or form. It's got a perfect form for that kind of thing. This is one to be used like that. So I like this one. It's got the shortest blade I've got as well. If you think of this there, that's the difference in the two. Now, then we've got this one. Now this one is also a work of art. This is an actual work of art, this one. It's not that bad. It's got you can hold it, but once again, you'll want to wear gloves with this one. But this one's gorgeous. Let me take out. Give me a sec. I'm just going to take out this. The plug wasn't connected. These little plugs are just so you can see the thingy on them. Let's put that in there like that. You have hate, you have anger, but you don't use them. Of course, this one has a kyber crystal in it. So once again, a gorgeous one. It's a Profi board and that. I may actually modify this when I remove some of the outer pieces on it to make it more fluid to hold. But yeah, it's a lovely one. They've all got gorgeous.
Master Yoda. Count Dooku.
They've got gorgeous handles and work really well. What are you trying to do, Beryl? But these are showpieces. These are pieces that don't really need a saber in them because I don't use them like that, which is a pity. This one I could probably fix and make it more comfortable. But it's just that there's some edges on it, just on the edge here, where you run your fingers over and that, and then it catches slightly. It's not though it's badly designed, it's got a little, but these are built from the films and that, and some of the shapes and that of the ones created for the films. And a lot of the ones created for the films and that were not designed as actual usable. They were designed to look cool on screen. That's what that is. It looks cool on screen. And that one, it looks cool on screen. These both look very cool on screen and hanging from a belt and that. But they are not really comfortable. They're not like these two that you can hold and move and are built to be held in that. So if you're buying a lightsaber or anything, make sure you get ones that actually fit with what you want to use. If you just want them to sit on a shelf and look cool, these are perfect. They're beautifully made. And you can put a thing in them and you can show them off and show people in that. But if you want to go in your backyard or with your friends and you want to do some actual lightsaber usage in combat, in duels, or doing trick stuff with them that looks amazing, these are not the best for that, because these ones will tear up your palm. These will cause you blisters. These will cause you issues because of the way they are. They're beautiful, they're amazing, but I would not use them outside for any kind of thing. So, right. Now, I'm going to be fitting up now. I'm going to be setting up a few other thick bits and pieces. So I've got one more lightsaber downstairs, which I practice with in the backyard, and I've actually damaged that a couple of times. It's been dropped, it's been messed about. That's the one where I use while I'm getting used to it. What I suggest, if you want to do something like this, if you want to do this kind of thing, and they are bloody cool. They're all. Stop doing that, she keeps walking right underneath me. Let me get them. These. Oh, they feel so light compared to those. These little ones here. These were $75 for a pair, and you can get them. You can get them for a lot less than that. They're cheap, machined aluminium. They're wonderful for practice. They're wonderful for messing about. They're nowhere near as heavy as the real thing, so you'll have to get used to that afterwards. These have the party piece that you can screw them on and turn them into a long staff. They don't have any basically these ones are you just one button to start it up, then you go through all the different ones until you turn it off. There. But for bashing about, they're brilliant. They'll take quite a few knocks, and they're cheap as hell, and there's no LEDs in here. They are just a simple bit of plastic at the end. It's just got a light source at the bottom. And so, these are the ones to get used to it and practice with. It works really well. So these are the first ones I took in the backyard and looked like a maniac with, and practices the basic moves and that. And then I moved on to the one that I keep downstairs, which I don't like very much. It's not one of my favourite ones. It's one of the cheapest ones I had. That is a proper. It's a Profi though, but the damage I've done to it, to the actual handle, you can buy the parts, or I could sand it down myself and fix it. It's just been dropped a few times, and it will be dropped a few more times as I try bigger moves and that with it. Because while these are good for the first practices and for messing around with your friend when they visit. I mean, unfortunately, when Brick Monkey came to visit, it was really, really wet and rainy, so we didn't get to actually do anything in the backyard with these. But these are the ones to mess around with your friends and do all that. They're a big laugh. They're not going to break the bank, and you will bash around with them and have some fun. Until you get to the point where you want to use one of these. I mean, if you compare that to something like that, yeah. These were on Amazon. They were $70 odd, 70 odd, no, they were cheaper than that. I can't remember the IAP price, but yeah. These were built just for play about with them. And yes, I use them every time, every single night. I love going out at night with them. I love it. I love the way they light up the entire backyard. It's beautiful. To actually do that. So yeah. So these are the practice ones to get used to actually handling a lightsaber, which is good exercise for you. It is really good exercise, swinging around a lightsaber. Very good exercise, very good cardio, a bit like Beat Saber. And then if you want to just have stuff for on the shelf, you can get these kind of ones and this kind of ones that you'll know when you see them on the sites, that you just got to imagine yourself trying to, where would you hold it? Where would you hold it where you wouldn't be hitting that great big side piece or the sharp ends and that. And then look through the ones that are the dual ready one, and look for one that actually suits you. Of course, I gave one of these to actually Bit Monkey when he came down as a gift, because yeah, they're cool as hell. So I hope you're all having a wonderful afternoon and evening. I'll be at Munchies later. So I will leave you all alone. Bye bye for now.